Hi guys, and welcome to Scrap Brat. I'm Cindy, and tonight we are going to be making this little journal out of the cheap online papers and envelopes. So I'm sure that you've probably seen these before, and if you haven't, then I'm going to show you how I do them. One way that I do them. So what we're going to need first is we're going to need a couple of envelopes. So we'll get started on this. I already have everything pretty much ready. So we'll need that. And we're just going to take some scrap paper. Now, you can use digitals. These I spritzed on the back with coffee. That way they would have something for the back. And we're going to do these a number of ways. Okay. So, I'm going to do a couple of these, and I may do them in separate videos because of the time. So, the way that I set this one up is that it has, this is one page, and then this is another page, and then this is another page. So it's just you take and you glue the pages together like this. And then you would glue these guys to the front and back page. And then you would sew your journal in the center, sew your signature in the center. We are not going to do that with this one. We're going to do something a little bit different. Because, like I said, I did coffee dye the backs of these for the purpose of being able to actually use it with some coffee dye paper. So, I'm just going to get these set up real quick. And I can't stand when music notes don't have some sort of writing on them somewhere, because guess what? I don't read music, so I can't tell if it's upside down. So we're just going to hope for the best. That one, let's see, this one, oh, that one has a castle on it. Yay. So that one I know we're right on. All right, so we're going to take this. We're also going to need some coffee dye paper to do this one. Let's see, I think maybe we're going to do one of these for the front cover. We'll do this one for the front cover and this one for the back. And then I think we're going to do, I think we're going to go ahead and use this one for the inside and the inside front and inside back. And I'll show you how I'm going to go about doing that. Going to do that real quick, and then we will get to how we glue this together. I'm going to take my paper cutter and I'm going to cut this paper in half because it kind of has a seam on it where we fold from the book pages. So we're going to go with that. And then we're just going to kind of fussy cut it. I missed it a little bit. That's okay. It's all right. It's going to be okay. We're just going to kind of come around and really kind of just make it look like it's an actual piece of paper. And I'm not trying to go too close to it. I'm not going to make you sit and watch me do the other one. I just want to show you how quickly that you can do something like this, and it adds just a little bit more to it. We're actually doing a farmer's market at church, and since there's nothing really in the garden yet, I'm taking crafts. So this is kind of a quick, easy create on the cheap for a craft fair. I have a couple of different ideas on some things that I'm going to take, so I will be making videos on some of the things that I've made, and we'll cut this one out later. And yeah, so okay, so you just kind of cut it out and you just kind of go around it. It just adds a little bit to it. It makes it look like not just a sheet of paper glued in there. You know what I mean? It kind of makes it look like it's something that somebody's gonna want to buy. And yes, I did coffee dye these for no reason, but better to be safe than sorry. So there's that. All right. So for the journal, we are going to take this side and we're going to put him down. Oh, this one here, which I'm probably not going to do on this one. This one I did put a pocket up here and a pocket up here. And then these two pages where they're glued together, they're actually, you can open them and they are a pocket. So we're going to do this one a little bit different. Okay, so this is our front cover. So we're going to put that flap down on the back. And then we're going to tuck this one. We're going to tuck it inside of this one. And since I'm not going to be creating pockets on this one, he's just going to be glued down. So now we just got to fiddle with the size of it. Make sure it lines up. You want your two envelopes to line up like that. And we're going to take and we're going to open this back flap. Take some glue stick. I'm going to kind of put some glue stick in there. And we're just going to come up and around just to glue this flap down. So we have that one, and then we have this one on the inside. How we're going to do this one is very carefully. That's why I'm not doing pockets on this one. Pockets are a PETA. And I don't feel like dealing with another one. So put a little glue in there, and then I'm going to shut it, and I'm going to push it down. If you have a slower drying glue, you could probably get away with not having to hold it open while you shut it, but hey, you know. All right, so what we're doing, I'm going to do this on the front. Now let's do the one with the butterfly. These are very wrinkly. Okay, so we're going to do this for our front cover, that for our back cover, that for the insides. Okay, do we want a closure on this one? I think so. I think we're going to put something on it to allow us to tie it. Let's see what we got up here. I'm sure I have two pieces, surely, two pieces of something, anything. Seam binding. Nope, there's another piece. And it's longer and it's cream. Okay, there we go. So we will do, excuse me, please don't start coughing, Cindy. I am so sorry, guys. Excuse me. Okay. And we are going to take our little guy. So I want to do the inside first. Yeah, let's do the inside first, and then we'll work on the outside. Okay. Now for this guy, for this size envelope, the 8.5 by 11 cut in half works really well, so that's what we're gonna do. And I'm just going to cut them all at once, and I'm not going to be too awful worried about being exact. I will just stagger the pages. So they're a little off, and that's quite all right, as long as we're not bigger than the envelope, which we're not. Not even close. I'm just kind of coming in and just hitting that edge a little bit. Excuse me. With whatever's left on my dauber. And we are going to, I need to replace my dauber because he has had, he has seen some things, man. He has really seen some things. Okay, so we're going to do some off of this stack. Some off of this stack. And take these guys and we're just going to fold them in half. Take these guys too and just fold them in half. And just work as we go. And the thing about doing them for a craft event or something like that, the more time you spend on them, the more you're going to want to charge for them. And again, this is something that's going on at church, and I want to be able to keep everything pretty reasonable because, well, we would like people to come back. So, okay, this one's already been folded, so we got that guy. And we'll do this guy. And I will do one of these. Actually, we'll do the music paper. Wish I had gotten out some music paper, but I didn't. So, come on. Just need to get them lined up. Yeah, and I am doing, like I said, I'm going to do a couple of other videos of some stuff that pretty inexpensive to make, and you can make them for just a regular craft fair or church bazaar or what have ya. And I think I'm going to want this one in the center signature. Okay, so we're going to put him in there. And we're just going to go back through and see if we can place some of these other guys. Kind of even them up. And again, we're not too concerned about perfection. We want it to look kind of junky, and we want it to look homemade. And I'm not using my my stencil dyed coffee paper. I'm using just regular, just coffee paper, you know. I would like to make some nicer journals or take some that I've already made at a later date, but I'm not going to do that the first time. I don't want to scare everybody off. think it's gonna rain. They're calling for rain, and we all know paper and rain do not mix. So there's that. Yeah, so we're gonna put this guy here. Okay, I think we're happy with that. Okay, so we're gonna test them here in just a second after we really burnish these pages down. Okay, gonna make sure we fit inside here. And it fits nicely. Okay, put him over to the side and open this guy up. And we're gonna take our front and back. We're gonna lay them to the side. And we're gonna put, I'm not gonna put that one in yet because I want to kind of fussy cut him a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and put this one in though. So how many of you are watching because you saw the craft fair in the title? Are you doing a craft fair? Have you done them before? Is this something that you do a lot? What do you sell? Just because I want to know. Because I'm being nosy. Okay, that. We're not cutting that, Cindy. Or we're not doing that until you cut it, Cindy. Gotta wait. Gotta wait. Okay. So this one, we are going to put him on the back after we put this on. Those of you who have not watched me before, this is paper tape. It's in the medical section, and I use it a lot for binding or for things like this to where I just want that extra security. So we are going to flip him over and do the other side real quick. Second guess myself. Okay. And I'm going to have to open this up to make sure I didn't just flippity flop. I think this is the front, but yeah, okay. Right. Right. Yes. That's the back. This is the front. We're going to cut this little guy off of here because I don't want bumpy stuff underneath. We want it to have a nice, clean look. And we are going to take a little glue stick. And we're going to put this down. Now, of course, you don't have to fussy cut your paper if it doesn't call for it. Don't do it. You know, if you can get away with just rounding the corners, that's a good look too. I'm gonna have to do a little up there. You just want it to have just that little extra touch to where it looks like you put some time and effort into it. You don't want it to look like you just popped a piece of paper on an envelope. Which is what we're basically doing. Okay, I'll put this one back here. And then again, I'm not going to put the inside back on until I am done with the video. But when I make a short, you guys will see the whole thing. Oh, stick your hand all in the glue. And you want to kind of make sure your borders are even. You get it all nice and smooth down. And if you have any corners that are going to try and peel up, you want to make sure you pop a little glue up underneath there and kind of give them just a little bit of a chance to kind of see. I got a glue stick on this one. No, you did not. It's good now. Okay. Okay. So there is our journal. And we are just going to sew in our signature real quick. We're just going to take some twine, go 1, 2, 3, and some change. I'm not getting my book cradle out. I'm not even getting a book out. I'm just going to make sure that some of these, how we have the shorter pages, I just don't want them all down to the bottom. I want them kind of uneven throughout. I don't want them all short. I want them in the middle. So we have kind of a rustic kind of a look. And we're going to take it. Oh, don't do that now. Come on. There we go. Okay. Make sure your journal is face up. Make sure your cover is face up. And I'm going to have a little bow on the inside. So I have this one to poke with because that other one's pretty dull. So we're just going to go into the middle. I may need to get my awl out. I think I'm going to have to. Excuse me, guys. Almost got my own finger. Almost got it. Almost got it. Why are we adjusting here? Okay, so we're going to go through there. Okay, and then we're going to come up here a little ways. Now we're going to come up a little bit more. Come right in there. There we are. We're going to come in through there. Whoops, missed the journal. Come on. Come on. Good grief. See what happens when you can't put your head above your work. I wanted to make this quick and easy and simple for you guys to follow. And looky here. For those of you who have been with me, you may notice that we have a new camera setup, angle, whatever. If you like it, let me know, please, because I'm undecided right now. I am not 100% sure. Not 100% sure on it just yet. Okay. go about there. Please don't stab yourself. This is why I use a book cradle, because I am one that will stab myself. Okay. And we come from that top hole, we come down to the bottom hole. We come out. Okay. Get our tail out of there. And we have this string on this side. So we're going to try to come in on the opposite side through our middle hole. We may or may not. We shall see. Oh, I got it all kinds of twisted back there. Okay. Nope, nope. Can't have that. Try not to catch your string. Catch, not cut. Catch. And we're going to try to come on the other side of that one. Come on. Ugh. This needle is so much easier to thread because its eye is so big, but it is so much harder to pull because its eye is so big. Okay, is that our tail? This is our tail. All right, so we are going to pull some of you through. We're going to pull you through. Oop, I did go through it, didn't I? Okay, if you did, no big deal. Before you pull everything tight, just pull it out, and you can pull one on one side and one on the other. Somehow I set my guy way down to the bottom, didn't I? That's okay. It's all right. It's gonna be all right. And then we do a jeweler's knot, which is left over right. And then you do the opposite. You do the right over left. Square knot, jeweler's knot. What else do they call it? I don't know. I think that's it. But yeah, it's all the same knot. It's a square. Okay. So let's cut this little guy off. Bloop. Cut this little guy off. Bloop. Not gonna need those. Okay. It feels like it's wanting to. I missed just ever so slightly right there. So we're going to take our glue and we're going to go in. I've said it before and I will say it again. The little needle point on your glue is priceless. Absolutely. For getting in up underneath little areas like that. So there's our binding. And like I said, I will cut and I will glue this guy after the fact. Just tie our little bow. And there we have a very simple, very easy, cute little journal that you could sell at a craft fair. Give as a gift. Give instead of a card. You can embellish it a little bit, put some little rhinestones or something on there. I may do that, a couple of pieces of lace or something, just to give it that little bit of a 3D effect. And if I do, I'll make a short of it and I'll show you guys. So yeah, so that's that. And just wanted to say thank you very much. And go out and spread some joy today and love one another. Thanks a lot. Much love, guys. Bye-bye.